And welcome to the training for the 2022 CE5 UK Fieldwork protocol. This is a brand new protocol that is seeking to marry up many different theories that exist within the contact community relating to not only the use of sound, but also the use of the body's energy centers, or chakra, as they're known in the Hindu faith, and try to harness this alongside the use of Qi, or what I think is also referred to as prana within the Hindu faith, to see if all of these can serve to improve the chances of contact and therefore improve the contact experience. So again, this is all purely theoretical, but it's seeking to marry up a lot of different theories and ideas and see if this works. So starting off with the main idea that this is looking to understand more is the principle that the body has energy centers. So this is a central theme in the Hindu faith. These are referred to as chakra, as you're already aware. In Buddhism, this is referred to, I believe, as Dharma, and under Taoism, this is referred to as Dantian. So many different names, all referring to the same thing. Although I think it's entirely possible that I've found this idea, this principle alluded to under a subsection of Islam, Sufism, referred to as Sita. Within Judaism, under Kabbalah, it's referred to as Sephiro, and the Sikh faith refers to it as gates. So potentially, this is an idea that is the same and has many different names across different faiths. So this principle that the body has energy centers within CE5, we're already kind of aware that the recommended guidance is always send a message directly from the heart space. So that is using that particular energy center. But obviously the connection is achieved with a combination of the crown chakra energy center and also potentially the third eye. So this protocol is attempting to explore this further and to harness the power of Qi or prana, whatever you want to refer to it as, in an attempt to increase the amount of energy being supplied to both the third eye and the heart space chakra, and therefore improve the experience. Now, the principle of Qi or prana, again, we think has many different names, and has appeared throughout the ages in different guises. So obviously, Taoists refer to it as Qi. Hindus refer to it as prana. It might well be the same principle that's alluded to within Islam as baraka. Buddhism refers to this as vilya, and within Hebrew, we found a reference to something called ruah. And this is all the central idea that the body has its own life force energy, which you can harness and use for specific purposes. So within this protocol, we are actively attempting to harness the power of Qi, prana, and use this to charge up certain energy centers. So again, purely theoretical. The next theory that we're embracing is the principle of behind the solfeggio frequencies. Now, this is an idea that we already know through the work of people like Robert Monroe, the Monroe Institute, through things like the Gateway Process and Hemisync, that sound has an impact and can have an effect and can achieve a heightened or expanded state of consciousness. So with the theory behind the solfeggio frequencies is the principle that certain sound frequencies are capable of, during a meditative state, achieving certain things. Now, within this CE5 protocol, we're using solfeggio frequencies 174 Hertz, which allegedly removes pain. We're using 285 Hertz, which influences energy fields. We're using 432 Hertz, which is the miracle tone of nature, or potentially the earth frequency. We're also using 852 Hertz, which is another one, and 963 Hertz. So all of these are alleged to have some kind of impact on the expanded state of consciousness that we're able to achieve. So what we're doing is we're marrying a sort of musical backing track and embedding these frequencies into it in certain sections. Not every section, because we don't need to, but certainly most sections. Now, the protocol is comprised of 6 stages, and it has those 6 stages have a total of 10 separate subcomponents, but we won't go into too much depth here. The first one is the team bonding protocol. Then there is stage 2, which is the energy flow activation. Stage 3 are crop circle tones. Stage 4 is a preparation phase. Stage 5 is an acceleration phase, and stage 6 are the contact protocols. So stages 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6 are going to be accompanied by the solfeggio frequencies. And in the slide that you can see on the screen now, you can see the exact frequencies that we're using. But we're also going to do a second version of this protocol, which for stage 4 will basically deliver a version that has binaural beats behind it rather than the specific sound frequencies. So as you'll notice, stage 2 and stage 5 in this protocol are actually Qi techniques or meditations. So stage 2 is a Qi exercises designed to get the energy flowing through your energy centers properly. And stage 5, we're using a very specific Qi technique known as the microcosmic orbit to harness the body's Qi and then fire that into the third eye and the heart space to charge them up with a greater amount of energy or Qi than would normally be done in CE5. So we're hoping that the net result is that this accelerates amplifies the experience, amplifies the energy of those heart centers, and this has an effect on that as a result. So now, because we believe quite sincerely that Qi is the same as prana, it therefore stands to reason that stage 2 and stage 5 could potentially be swapped out with yoga practices or yoga techniques, as long as they're designed to achieve the same goal. So stage 2 is designed to get the energy, your Qi or your prana flowing properly throughout your energy centers or your chakra. And stage 5 is harnessing that Qi or prana to amplify the amount of energy currently contained in both your third eye and your heart space. Now, at the moment, we believe, subject to consulting with yoga experts, that stage 5 could be swapped out for a yoga practice known as Kapalbhati Pranayama. But obviously, any yoga experts that get hold of this, feel free to make it your own. And as long as you're trying to achieve that specific goal of charging up the heart space and the third eye, I don't think it matters what you really do, just as long as you achieve that goal in stage 5. And in stage 2, you have a yoga technique that gets the prana flowing amongst the energy centers regularly. So moving on to the actual protocol training itself. So stage 1, which is the team bonding protocol, really very simply, you just turn this on, whether you're doing it via the YouTube video or you're using the separate audio file. Start the audio file. The audio file plays, it's a piece of music with the solfeggio frequency of 639 Hertz embedded into it, which is the solfeggio frequency which is alleged to have properties that heal relationships. So it's entirely appropriate playing it during a team bonding protocol. Now, the team bonding protocol is very simply, while you're playing this song, this music, this sound frequency, you just stand in a circle, whether you're in a huddle or you're, sitting in the circle, and everybody takes turns saying what they like about being part of the team, hopes for the evening, and what they like about each other as individuals. So it's really an opportunity to formally bond as a team with a lot of positive affirmations and positive comments about all the team members. So that's the stage 1. It doesn't matter when it goes. Now the audio file associated with this is about 6 minutes long. So the piece of music is about 6 minutes long. It really doesn't matter if people go on. I mean, really, it gives people an opportunity of 30 seconds to a minute to talk about things, however long they want, but just let that process conclude naturally. If you're using the YouTube video or the sound file, it will roll on and it will start the Qigong exercise at stage 2. So what I would do is if everybody hasn't finished talking, then pause it at that stage and then just allow that process to complete naturally. If you finish before the end of the music, then just allow that to play and maybe just get up and start warming up ready for stage 2. Standing upright with your feet together, you raise your right hand into a saluting pose slightly above the top of your head. With every breath in, you then exhale, and every time you exhale, your hand falls further down your body and your weight is compacted down. As your hand falls with every exhale, so does the weight of your body, leaving behind a feeling of total weightlessness. After you have completed this first time, perform this same exercise another 2 more times at your own speed. Every time you perform this, though, you are visualizing the weight from the top of your head being compacted down. And then the more you exhale, the weight is being compacted further and further down until it gets to your feet. This leaving you with a feeling of total weightlessness in the whole of your body. Standing with your legs apart, with your knees unlocked and slightly bent as if you're sitting on a beach ball with your spine straight. Hold your hands by your sides, open palmed. Then gently bend down, squat down, and lift up the energy with both hands all the way up as if you're pulling it all over yourself up to your head. And then up to your eyebrows. And then palms down, slowly breathe out, bringing your hands slowly at the same time down together. Do this about 6 times. Starting off with your hands by your sides, stood upright, knees unlocked, again as if you are sitting on a beach ball with your spine straight. Imagine yourself scooping up all the energy around you as you bring your hands up on your sides, up and over your head. As your hands reach the top, you're looking up, you bring your head down to look forward, and then you slowly bring your hands down in front of you, imagining you connecting all of your chakras together at the same time. As you lower your hands, ensure that the palms are facing you. And repeat this 5 or 6 times. Standing with your legs apart and your hands by your sides, grab the energy in front of you. Visualize holding it as if you were hugging a tree, but your hands won't touch, and it will be as if you were holding it into your chest. Now, every time you breathe in, your hands expand. And every time you breathe out, concentrate on the energy being pushed straight into your heart space, your heart chakra. So continue to breathe in and expand, and then breathe out and the energy going into your heart space. And do this for a couple of minutes. Now perform this exercise to close off the Tao Chi Qigong. And do a couple of breathing exercises, breathing in and out as your hands are on your tummy in the pose shown. After you finish the Qigong exercise, you're going to go straight into stage 3, which is very traditional for CE5, which is the playing of crop circle tones. As soon as you hear that the tones, it's your opportunity to turn your radios on if you're doing the radio modality, or to broadcast this, and everybody really to sit down and get comfortable after the exercise and start to relax. The audio goes on for about, I think it's 3.5 to 4 minutes. But it really is an opportunity for everybody to get relaxed and still and calm in preparation for stage 4. Stage 4 of the protocol is really it's basically a 27-minute long guided meditation, which is broken up really into about 4 sections. The purpose of this is to prepare you and put you in the optimum state for the acceleration and contact stages in 5 and 6. So this is a 27-minute long guided meditation. There are 2 versions of this. That represent 2 different versions of the protocol. There's one with the solfeggio frequencies attached to it, and then there is one that also has binaural beats over it. Stage 4 is designed to be done as a daily exercise if people are interested in that, or a couple of times a week. But we are going to release a version of this that is designed totally to be done separate to a CE5 Fieldwork. So the 4 different stages are, there's a relaxation, breathing exercises, which is designed to get you really to relax properly. Then it moves into component 5, which is, ego containment, which is based on, an old meditation called Lock the Monkey, which is designed to get you to contain your sense of yourself. That's followed immediately by a clear space affirmation. Now, the clear space affirmation is really, I suppose it's very close to sort of the principles that are demonstrated in Feng Shui, which is this idea that any geographic location can have its own energy, and that energy might be negative. So the clear space affirmation is designed to get you to clear negative energies within that space that you're doing the field work. This then moves on straight on away to component 6. Component 6 is a standard aspect of Rama, Mission Rama, which is called the Dome of Protection or Harmonization, and that's followed immediately by a grounding, a very basic grounding meditation. So the purpose of the Dome of Protection really is a protective defensive measure, the sort of thing that's built into many of Greer's meditations anyway. And it's just designed to put a healing protective dome around you and the team. And then the grounding is a traditional grounding meditation that's found. And that lays the foundations to move perfectly into component 7, which is the end of stage 4, which is a traditional sort of chakra cleanse. So that whole stage 4 with all 4 components lasts about 27 minutes. And I think there is a clear note at the end of it which says, get up, stretch your legs, move around before you move on to the final sections. So it's designed to give you a break in proceedings. And then you move straight on to the other sections. Okay, so we're coming on to this training for the microcosmic orbit now. The first thing before I go into this in depth is to say that throughout this, it's very important that you have the tongue on the roof of your mouth. This is very important because of the connection that it creates. So the tongue has got to be on the roof of your mouth, and you're breathing in and out just through your nose. So this is the training for the microcosmic orbit. As we've previously discussed, relating to the concept of energy centers, this is principally using 2 of the energy centers in the body, so the crown chakra and the root chakra. It will also root via 2 of the other chakras, but to make this a bit easier, it's really going to focus on 2. But it really does split the body into 4 specific points. And if you're going to do this, the best way to do it is watch the following animation and try and sort of memorize it. So starting off, as you take a breath in, you visualize an orange ball of energy coming in through your crown chakra in the top of your head, the very top of your head, as you breathe in. And as you finish that inhalation, it takes it to position 1 in the diagram here. Then as you exhale again, it takes it through to position 2, seen here in the diagram. And then as you inhale more orange energy straight in through your root chakra, and you finish that inhalation at position 3. So that moves fairly quickly around there. And then finally, as you exhale out again, it goes straight into your 3rd eye energy center there, where it stays. Now, when you start the next inhale, you then go back to position 1 and you breathe more. As you breathe in, you take in energy in through your crown. So again, basically, you're taking energy either in through your crown or in through your root chakra, and you're constantly, every time you breathe in, you're constantly taking more energy in, and your existing energy is then orbiting around your body. So you finish your inhalation at position 1, you then exhale and you finish at position 2. You then inhale again, taking in more orange energy in through the root, and that inhalation finishes at position 3. and then and as you exhale, it goes straight into position 4. So really what you want to do is you want to be breathing in and breathing out. So effectively you breathe in once, you finish that exhalation, position 1, breathe out to position 2, breathe in to position 3, breathe out to position 4. So as you can see here, now really that breathing in and breathing out, it's got to be done in a time frame that's comfortable to you. So although we can mess around with the speeds of this particular animation that you're seeing here, the truth is that actually this is going to be much easier if you do it, if you just learn all the different points. And the basic thing to remember here is energy comes in every time you breathe in. Energy is coming in through the crown or in through the root. So that's with every inhalation. And then you're just with every inhalation or exhalation, you're pushing that ball of energy around your body. It might be easier for some people just to visualize the ball going between the 2 points of the crown chakra and the root chakra. But if people have watched this animation enough, then they might be comfortable with all 4 points. It's really up to you. As long as you're seeing the energy going around your body in a cycle like that, that's fine. And the most important things with this is obviously going back to the point we made earlier on, we're trying to supercharge both the third eye and the heart space to explore that impact on the CE5 experience. So when you get to position 4, it's always got to hit your third eye, and it'll keep hitting your third eye, and that will start to energize it a lot more. Now, the final step of this is to complete a cycle going from position 1, then through to position 2, position 3, position 4, and then actually at that position 3, instead of going back to the third eye, it goes straight into the heart space. And you want to do into both the third eye and the heart space at least twice each. But really, when you start doing this, you've got to get into visualizing this ball going round and doing that for a couple of minutes, inhaling through both separate chakras, and then getting it flowing around your body, and then hitting the third eye, hitting the heart space, hitting the third eye, hitting the heart space, and just do that in your own time and in your own breathing cycle. So the best thing is memorize the animation. Inhale, exhale, exhale. A cycle like that, inhale, exhale, is a complete orbit. And again, you've got to just do it in a time frame with the breaths that suits you. So moving to the final stage of the CE5 UK 2022 Fieldwork Protocol, Stage 6, which comprises Component 9 and Component 10. Component 9 really is a sort of a meditation designed to vector to your location, and it's very, very similar to a sort of standard coherent thought sequencing meditation found within CE5. So the best preparation that you would need for that is obviously to have used potentially Google Earth to create your own CTS video. So I'd recommend doing that a few weeks beforehand, and everybody seeing that and understanding, what they need to do. Then you've got the request for peace, love, unity, and contact. Again, this is another thing that's very common to C5 meditations. And again, both of these have solfeggio frequencies playing embedded in the music. The vectoring CTS meditation is 852 hertz, and the request for peace is 963 hertz. And again, I think that the final this final meditation comes in at anything, I think, between 14 to 22 minutes. And there is just a piece of music that will potentially play for a short period of time after that. So as soon as you'll know when the stage 6 component 10 is finished, and you'll be able to come out of it then.